Hello everyone, let us see our fourth practical, configuring IP routing using RIP. That is, RIP means routing information protocol. Okay, this is what RIP. Okay, so what is the basic purpose of RIP? To gather routing information. Okay, so there are two versions of this protocol, RIPv1 and RIPv2. These are the two versions. Okay, if we compare these two protocols, then both have administrative distance of 120 and both are using distance vector routing protocol. Okay, and both having metric is hop count, and maximum hop count is equal to 15. That means maximum number of routers that can be used within a network are 16. Okay, so this is all about RIPv1 and RIPv2. Let us see our practical. For our practical, the network that we are going to use is the similar one that we have used for static routing. We have to first configure this network. Okay, so there are total three network. At the left end you can see 172.16.0.0 network, then next to it is 192.168.0.0 network, and at the right end it is 10.0.0.0 network, and at the top you can see 100.0.0.0 network. Okay, so we are going to configure first this network in packet tracer. So just go to packet tracer. So what we are using, we are using two routers, R1 R2, then three switches and three PCs. So just take two routers. Okay, so you can take any type of routers, 1941. So this is the first router. Then okay, instead of taking this, just you can again use generic router. Okay, so this is first generic router, and then take another one generic router. Okay, so you can see this. Next are the end devices. You can use generic PCs here. This is the first one, this is second one, and this is third one. And what we need two switches. So here 2960 type of switch is there. We are using this 2960 type of switch. Okay, this is second and this one is third. Okay, so these are the two routers, three switches and three PCs. Okay, then we have to make connections in between routers and switches. So in between routers there is a connection, that is copper crossover connection. Just click here, use fast Ethernet connection and connect here with the fast Ethernet. So you can see here FA00 connection is used for fast Ethernet in between routers. Then straight through connections are used to connect switches. Okay, then in between switch and PC, here you can see there are only two fast Ethernet connections, 00 and 10. So just see, we can use 40. This type of connection we cannot use, so for that we have to configure it. So just click on the router, then click on this green button, just make it off by clicking on it, and then add 1 gigabit Ethernet connection. So for this you have to just click on 1 CFE, which provides gigabit Ethernet connection. Just drag it and drop here. So this will add fast Ethernet connection. again make this on, switch on and close it. So now we can see the fast Ethernet connection 6/0. Okay, so join it. Next, in between switch and PC, make connections. Okay, so here you can see all the connections have made. Okay, so here you can see the red light because of because this network is not configured yet. So for configuration we have to configure both the routers, router 1 and router 2. Just click on router 1, then go to config tab. Here you can see for router 1 there are three interfaces. First is FA00, second one is FA1/0, and last is FA6/0. These are the three connections we have used, or these are the three interfaces we have used. So for fast Ethernet 0/0, we have to add IP address here. So for first interface, IP address is okay. Here for topmost network we have 100.0.0.0 network, so we can use any of the IP address here. Okay, so just put here IP address 100.0.0.1, and subnet mask auto calculated is 255.0.0.0, but here we are using n bit, n bits are 30, that's why the subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. Okay, this is the subnet mask for n n bits, that is 30 bits. Okay, and just make it on. Okay, so this is our first interface we have configured. Here you can see the message change the state to up. Okay, then next is leftmost interface, that is FA1/0. so we are configuring FA1/0. again click on router, this interface fast Ethernet 1/0, and here we can put the IP address. Here we use 172.16.0.1 because the network at the leftmost is 172.16.0.0. okay, so here we have used this IP address, and subnet mask here calculated is that is 255.255.0.0, which is correct for /16 n bits. Click on button, so it will again show state up. Okay, you can see in this diagram the green symbols, that means state is up. Next we have to configure fast Ethernet 6/0, that is the next interface, and for that the network is 192.168.0.1. okay, so this is the IP address that we are going to use. Here subnet mask is automatically calculated, which is correct for n bits of 24. Just click on button. Okay, this will again change state to up. Okay, so this is the correct configuration. Next we move to the next router, that is router R2. Again we have to configure routers two interfaces, FA00 and FA1/0. so first one is FA00, and here suppose we have the network 100.0.0.0, so we are writing the IP that is of 2. Here subnet mask again we have to write 255.255.255.252, that is for n bits of 30. Just click on OK button, on button. Okay, this will show the changed state to up. Then our next interface is FA1/0, that is of network 10.0.0.0. so here we are writing the IP address 10.0.0.1. okay, and here network subnet mask is correct, that is for n bits of 8. Okay, just make it on. Okay, this will change the state to up. Okay, so this is the configuration of router R2. Okay, so now we have configured router R1 and router R2. Then we have to configure PC0, PC1 and PC2. Just click on PC0, go to desktop tab, then click on IP configuration. Okay, so here we have to put the IP address for first leftmost PC, that is 172.16.0.2, and subnet mask is here 255.255, which is automatically calculated, which is correct, and default gateway is the IP address of the interface which is directly connected to the router. So this is the IP address of the interface which is connected to the router 1. Okay, so this is IP address 172.16.0.1. Okay, so in this way we can configure PC0. Then next is PC1. We have to configure. Just go to desktop IP configuration and write IP address 192.168.0.2. Then subnet mask is for n bits 24. Then write default gateway 192.168.0.1. Okay, so this way PC1 is configured. Then next PC2, just click on desktop IP configuration. Right here IP address, that is 10.0.0.2. Then subnet mask is correct 255.0.0 for n bits of 8. Then default gateway is 10.0.0.1. So this is the default gateway um, for the interface which is connected to router R2. Okay, so in this way we have configured our circuit. Okay, now we can see that from PC0 to router there is a connectivity. So you just take this simple packet from the right side, just put put it into PC0 and router 1. Okay, so it will show the message successful. That means there is a connectivity between PC0 to router 1. And if you check it from router 1 to router 2, then it will show failed. Again we have to check it, so it will show successful. So there is only direct connection. If you go from PC0 to router 2, then there will not be any connectivity. It will show the message failed. The status will be failed. So this is because we it don't have configured any routing protocol here. So here we have to either provide static routing or uh, we have to configure any type of routing protocol so that the two network or different networks can interact with each other. Okay, so here in this practical we are going to configure RIP protocol, that is routing information protocol, and for that there are some steps, or there is one important what we say command, that is of network command. So let us see the syntax of network command. First at all we have to run the command router RIP. Then router RIP will enter into the RIP configuration, and then we have to put the network command. So this network command will show the directly connected networks to the router. Okay, so we have to just put three network command for first router, because first router has three networks which are directly connected. Okay, so these are the simple steps. Just go to router R1, then click on CLI, just click on enter. First exit from your interface, and then write the command router RIP. Just click enter, and then write the three networks command. So first network which is connected to the router is of 100, that is 100.0.0.0. So this is the first network command. Similarly, the next network command is network 172.16.0.0. Then third network command is for the network 192.16.0.0. Sorry, 192.168.0.0. So in this way we have configured router RIP on the first router. Okay, so these are the very simplest command. Then for similar steps we have to follow for the second router, that is router R2. Okay, just click on router R2, go to CLI, just click here, exit the interface, then write first command, that is router RIP, just click on enter and write the first command, that is network space first network which is directly connected to second router is 100.0.0.0. Okay, so you can see in this diagram FA00 interface is the first network, and second network is of interface FA1/0. Okay, so second network here is 10.0.0. So we have to write the second command, network 10.0.0.0. Okay, so in this way we have configured our RIP protocol. So let us check how the RIP protocol works. Okay, so for that we have to run the command, that is show IP route. Okay, this command will display the routes which are directly connected and which are connected by using RIP protocol. Okay, so go to router 1 and here write first exit and then write the command show IP route. Click enter. So here you can see C indicates connected and R indicates RIP. Okay, so here this R indicates RIP protocol which we have configured, which is connected to the first network, that is 10.0.0 via 100.0.0.2. Okay, so here you can see this 100 network is subnetted which has one more network, that is of 10.0.0. Okay, and all other three networks are directly connected. Okay, so in this way we can see how the routing table is formed by router 1. Okay, so similarly you can see the command show IP route on the second router. Okay, so let us see the second router. Just click on exit and write the command show IP route, just click on enter and here you can see there are two directly connected networks and two networks are connected via the interface 100.0.0.1. Okay, so these are the two networks which are not directly connected but are connected via the network 100.0.0.1. Okay, so in this way again the routing table is formed by second router. Let us see the connectivity. Okay, there is one more command that we can also see, that is show IP RIP database. Okay, so we can see the RIP database or we can see the table of RIP protocol. So for that just we have to write just the command show IP RIP database. So it will show the directly connected interfaces to the router and other interfaces which are not directly connected but are connected through some other network. Okay, so in this way you can run the command on both the routers and can observe the RIP database. Okay, so this is it. Now let us see how the connectivity takes place between the two routers or between the different networks. For that we are going to use our packets. So here is the simple PDU. just click here, put it on PC0 and put it here on PC1. So here it is. Initially it will show failed message, PC0 to PC1. Okay, now it will show the message, it is showing the message successful. Okay, so that means there is a connectivity between PC0 and PC1. Let us see whether there is a connectivity between PC1 and PC2. Okay, so initially it is showing failed message. Again we have to try PC1 to PC2 because it will take some time to make a connection. So just try it again. Now it is showing the message successful. That means there is a connectivity between PC1 and PC2. Again we can check from PC0 to PC2, there is a connectivity, it is showing successful. Again from PC2 to PC0, it is again showing successful. So that means our RIP protocol is working here. You can also check it with the help of ping command. Just click on the first PC, open command prompt and write the ping command, ping, and the IP address of the third PC, that is 10.0.0.2. Just click on enter. You will get the reply from this PC. That means our connectivity is set. Okay, similarly you can check this from PC2. Just go to command prompt of PC2 and enter the command ping and the IP address of first PC, that is 172.16.0.2. click on enter. So you will get again here reply. That means the connectivity is working. Okay, so this is all about RIP protocol.